Alright, this is Eldritch Yeti going ahead after taking a very long hiatus, deleting all my old content because I wasn't happy with it. Coming back with some GigaBash. So we might eventually, or I might eventually go over the DLC. You can see that they talk about Ultraman up above the couch play, but that's not what we're worried about. There's also Godzilla. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, just for the sake of taking it nice and slow, we're going to go into the story. And as you can see, I cleared out everything. So basically what I'm going for is just something to go ahead and kind of re-adequate me to recording, taking my sweet time, not going to go too difficult. So first one, we can see there's 5 chapters, so it shouldn't take too long. And there is some cutscenes I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to narrate. For centuries, the people of Kaua lived peacefully on this sacred island. But today, these outsiders have come to our home. They ignore our warnings, even challenge our traditions, but our fears were not unfounded. For there is a greater terror sleeping beneath us. Like I said, I'm going to do some narration, but not all of it. And I'll kind of explain myself as I go along, because there was some stuff going on before this, so it'll give some context. Titan! It's Gorogong! The stories are true! Step aside, ma'am. We'll handle this. Barrier generations deployed! All GTDI units open fire on that Titan! So yeah, this is a kaiju brawler. So for those who are not familiar, there's an old PS2 game called War of the Monsters. There is Rampage. There is the old Godzilla games. Basically, all of them are kind of like very simplified fighting games where you only have like really 2 buttons to go ahead and do anything with. But it's more so meant for fun, just messing around with people. And I'll kind of go ahead as I get a little bit further into this, kind of explain how this works, but there's not a lot of buttons really in this. There is, and I'm using an Xbox One controller. I feel like this is about to get destroyed, so narration time. Artifact secured. Hold the line, men. Yeah, there's only a handful of buttons. There's your B button, and if you press X, it'll go ahead and let you do that. Your X is your standard. And then if you hold it down, powered up standard. Y is your kind of like your special. Hold it down for powered up special. If you go ahead and block with LB, you can do a basic out of it. LB and then your special, you can go ahead bumper, or sorry, you can go ahead and do a different special out of it. And then RB, you can dash and then do a dash attack. There is a jump attack, there's a jump special, and then if you hold it down, there is a ground pound. So we're going to go ahead and just try to knock through this. So yeah, this is like attempt number 5, just due to a whole bunch of issues with microphones and frames and a whole bunch of other stuff, but we'll talk about that later. Objective complete. Fall back to the shorelines. But what about the civilians in the city? Shouldn't we? Bah! They'll be fine. Now move. And so there we have it. Got an S rank, which is actually my best. You can see that, actually that's just short of my best time, but we're going to continue on. I'm not super worried about the score, but S is nice. Our story began hundreds of years ago, when King Kaua led our ancestors on a great voyage in search of new lands to settle. Their journey brought them to a volcano island, fertile with food and wildlife. Unaware they have trespassed into dangerous territory. Ah, Gorogong! It's Gorogong! Gorogong? Isn't he just a myth? So we're going to destroy the city. But yeah, this was made by a very small studio. So it's pretty. I don't like judge it too harshly, although at some point I might do like a review and just like reviews in general. Kind of depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, it's made by a small group, and they were able to go ahead and get the rights to Ultraman, which I'm not super familiar with. Not because of the fact that I don't like Ultraman, just I didn't really grow up with him, so I didn't have much of a chance. But they also did get the Godzilla license from Toho. They got a few monsters, and Toho's very protective of their IP, so of Godzilla. So the fact that they were able to go ahead and secure Godzilla for this game kind of shows that there's a big bit of trust there. But like I was saying earlier, this is Kaiju Brawlers are not complicated. This is not going to be something complex like a Street Fighter or like Tekken or even like Smash. It's not going to be that complicated. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's meant more so for just kind of almost mindless fun where you're everyone should be able to get kind of acquainted with the game fairly quickly. And there are different types of monsters. There's close range like mine, and then there's like ranged ones. Alright, bring it in. PPJURAS rolling out. A mind-controlled Titan. You sure this is a good idea, sir? By my calculations, as long as the servos are in check, we'll need to... Blah, blah. Just show us what your new toy can do. So yeah, and if you were playing this for the first time, if you beat him, you actually unlock him. Spoilers, but... Yeah, overall... The game is pretty simple. It's meant for people of all ages to be able to get accustomed to it. It's meant for people of different gaming levels to be able to go ahead and get comfortable with it. So, all in all, I mean, I like that aspect of it. I wish there was a little bit more. Maybe if there's like a sequel or something. Or, I mean, they are still... Well, the Ultraman DLC came out not too long ago, so maybe there is more stuff that they plan on doing. I'm not sure. But, overall, I've had a lot of fun with it. And once you get comfortable with the characters, you kind of can learn some cheap combos, just some cookie cutter stuff. But these tanks are really annoying me. And I don't want to die while facing off here, so I'm going to focus a little bit while still trying to go and talk. It's the tanks that are mainly messing me up, and mainly that laser one. And luckily for us, we're just going to go ahead and shoot. Oh my god. Well, we're still not going to lose, that's for sure. Because I'm not going to let us. Alright, see? There we go. Sir, we've lost control of PPJURAS. We're running out of options. And he's going to fly away after doing a little dance. Sir, the artifact is secured. Proceed to the next phase. Let's not keep our client waiting. There we go. Went ahead and slammed it out. B rank, not super worried about it. Like I said earlier. Gorogong, the tyrant of this island, greeted his guests with mad fury. The settlers were no match for his ferocious might. With their boats destroyed and no way to escape the island, they ran into the dense jungle, hoping to lose the mad beast. Just proceed to the landing zone. Backup is on the way. Sorry, I got distracted by something. Steady. Release! Release!
You guys need a hand? Ugh, are they always this ugly?
Stop wasting time, pilot. Secure the artifact and bring it to me. And so we had that objective, a double punch Thunderos, but that's not needed. That is, like, you can still beat the level without it. That's just if you want to get some extra points. Which, I mean, if you're trying to, why not? But there we go.
Ugh, that one hurt.
Yeah, so I do have a couple other games planned. engaging invasive maneuvers. To also go ahead and play for this channel, I want to do Alan Wake and Knights of the Old Republic for sure. Probably the sequels for those as well, amongst a lot of other games. Because I am a game designer, so I want to go ahead and, if I can't get myself into the field right away, I at least want something to show, like, hey, I understand gaming. I want to be able to go ahead and kind of reflect, capitalize, maybe taking things that I was able to kind of like really learn from these and kind of take it into my own projects available. But again, we're getting a little close to losing, and we're not going to go ahead and lose. That's not our way. Warning, critical damage sustained. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to pick up the artifact, and we're just going to do a little taunt with it. The D-pad is taunt, in case any of you were really curious.
He's a tough one.
Switch to plan B. No.
Got it, Doc.
I'm not trying to be offensive. I don't know if that's a little boy or a little girl, or if it's another gender, but that's what I'm kind of doing, more accent. But we can see here the cutscene. Artifact received, sir. We're on our way home. We want to knock that out with another B. As we continue going on here, you're going to see that I do kind of like the switch between the 3D animation and the 2D animations for cutscenes, but the pacing for the dialogue is a little weird. And I think you've been able to notice that just from how I've been voicing. After running for hours, the settlers reached a dead end. Their fates were sealed. Yet in their final hour, it seems a faint hope still flickers in the dark. Good catch back there, lad. Keep this up for another year and you're in for a promotion. Sir, aren't we getting too close to Terraback Island? I've heard rumors of a titan in these waters. Ha! Titans can't swim, lad. Trust me, I've been around long enough to know. Sir, something's closing in on us. It's big. Relax. It's just a whale. And we see it is not just a whale. Oh no, there goes the artifact. What's going to happen to it? We don't know. Or do we? That was one angry whale, huh? Ah, shut up. There's our boy.
Well, well, look who we have here. A trespasser. Fear not, sister. Queen Rohana will protect us.
And I think Queen Rohana is actually a really good character. Again, we got that objective to go ahead and just beat her up. Well, we have to beat her up. Our side objective is to go ahead and do this dash.
Yo, stay strong, Queen Rohana.
And certain characters, I don't know if she'll do it now, but can like summon items, and they have like teleports, which you've been able to see like that. Overall, there is a decent amount of variety here for it being so simple. And she does spawn a weapon, which does do some good damage, but is a single-use item. And she also has a good clear special. Yeah, I actually have not had that happen before. I'm guessing that happens when both people grab at the same time. I didn't really do... I mean, I tapped both the X and the B because, again, I haven't encountered that, so I don't know what the best button would be to press there.
Queen Rohana will not be so easily defeated.
Is this the guy that we saw earlier? No, it's not.
Foolish witch, your queen is weak. Betrayers of Terraback, have you finally come to repent your sins? Never. All hail Skorak, the one true overlord.
And then, yeah, we have to go ahead, we have to beat both of them. And they're saying that, like, some of the trees, like these green ones, you can't pick up, but these yellowish-green ones you can. You can just kind of tell by the size, based by the character. And this game, like I said earlier, is up to 4 players, so you can go ahead and learn with your friends, or just against comms. You will learn kind of like what characters are good with what playstyle, find the one that best suits you. And sometimes you're going to learn that there's just certain characters that you don't like, so you're going to try to prioritize getting rid of them first. Or maybe you're playing with your friends and just, you know, you have your one friend that constantly brags that they're like so much better than you at other video games, so you're going to want to like aim for them first. I mean, again, it's really up to each one of you. And the cool thing is, with Skorak, he can shoot his shell and you can pick it up, but I don't think he's going to do that anytime soon.
That's all your queen can do?
Yeah, we went ahead and broke the shield, so we got a little achievement there.
He defeated Rohana and Skorak. That can only mean this beast is
our new king.
It's time to let go of our past. Let's reunite and follow our new king.
And we got another S rank, which is another improvement, and that actually was my best time there too. So, like I said, recording this so much you get used to things get better. Right. Brave Princess Luana raised her song above the wailing crowd. Her grateful rhyme soothed the beast, taming his wild furnace into a faint ember. But fear still lingered in the hearts of her people. In that moment, she understood what needed to be done. I was going to say what she needed to do, which, I mean, is still true.
My king, why have you brought us here? Careful, this is the lair of
Hey!
Rawa.
Peasants, bow down before the true king of Derabak.
Never. This is the king who will reunite us.
And yeah, we just have to go ahead and beat him. And one thing that's kind of cool is these walls. You can throw people into them. If you get stuck in them, just kind of like if you get grabbed, you just spam X to get out of it. Or whatever ends up being the corresponding button. But I mean, overall, yeah, I feel like just getting the ring rust off from the first recording of this to now has made a huge difference. Because first one, I definitely was getting beat, took a lot longer.
Ha ha ha. Join us.
But yeah, just with all the recording issues, you get a bit of practice, so you get better. And if you don't, then you know, I'm not gonna comment too much, because sometimes I'm not good at video games. Sometimes I mess up, so
we're winning, brothers and sisters.
Oh, the artifact. What's going to happen with that?
Chomped.
You are not prepared, peasants. Long live Rawa the Dragon King. So, yeah, that's one of the other core features of this game is you can go ahead, you can expand your size, you press both left bumper and right bumper, and to go ahead and get the energy, you can either A, grab it as it's on the field, it's going to be these like pinkish purple orbs, or B, if you are able to go ahead and hit your opponents, you'll also gain some. So, again, it really depends on your play style, because ranged characters you're going to want to try to go ahead and grab it, and versus like runner-ups, like you're gonna be like hitting a lot more people more than likely, although that's not guaranteed for either one way or another. And then C, like I said on screen, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna grow.
Abandon your old faith, fellow brother. It is time for a new king to rise. May his strength unite us all.
And so yeah, it's called S-classing when you go ahead and become a giant. And there is like another item that's kind of like a smash ball. I don't think we see in the campaign. If we do, it's not for a while. Where you press your special button and you do just kind of like a decent amount of damage. And then if you are S-class and your opponent is not, you have like different throws and stuff just because like you're single-handling them versus like you need to like really go at it. But yeah, so I mean Rawa is a character that does both well and bad, and kind of spazzing out. But yeah, as you're also playing the story mode, and just as you play more, you're gonna, like I said, understand these characters. So you're gonna know that like Rawa, when he does his dash thing, he's kind of stuck. So if you're able to shield or just move around him, your king knows how to fight. Rawa is losing. Well, yeah, because I'm playing. Although I need to focus a little bit more. Fools! There can only be one true king. And yeah, I don't want to die. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can just beat Rawa straight, clean. And yeah, we're just gonna go ahead. There we go, grab his tail. So long, Bowser! As we just go ahead, toss him. And you know, Rawa not complete from the fight, but we're about to smash his brains in. And boom, Rawa is down for the count. Perhaps you were right. It's time for our people to reunite. All hail our mighty new king. And so, Princess Luana led Gorogong to the mouth of the volcano. Only her songs could calm his scorching temper. Without hesitation, she sacrificed her spear for the future of her people. And from that day on, Gorogong and Princess Luana were never seen again. At last, King Kawa and his people were finally able to settle down in peace. And that is the story of Luana Island.
So where is Gorogong now? Yeah, we haven't heard any news of him for weeks.
Well, wherever he is now. Let's just pray he has found his peace again. Alright, and there we are. We went ahead and knocked out this chapter. Pretty quick, pretty painless. Got an A on that. Timing wasn't that great, but, you know, it's whatever. But, yeah, so we went ahead and knocked it out. And next time when we play, we will go ahead. We got Pipijuras, we got Wooly, and we got Tundros. We'll go ahead and tackle each one of those per episode. But for anyone that actually went ahead and watched this and watched it all the way through, thank you. I appreciate the support. And I will go ahead and I will talk to you guys next time.